Hello, I'm Bill Lindeman with Burton & Burton, and I'm here today in our design lab, and I'd like to share with you how to create a whimsical door charm with our checked stocking. So let's get started. First, what we want to do with our checked stocking is to stuff it. We want to fill it up with the filler of your choice. I'm going to use bubble wrap. So you want to just stuff it so it's nice and plump till it's about midway up the stocking. Save a little extra because we'll need that for later. So right now it's filled right to about here. We're going to need one of our floral foam bricks and a piece of extra cardboard. It's a little trick that we need to show you. We're going to put a little bit of the glue on the brick to hold the cardboard in place. So we have this little cardboard right here. Then we're going to take our cardboard and foam brick and slide it into our stocking. Until we get it almost all the way down. So just a little bit, maybe about a ½ inch to an inch is exposed at the top. Then I want to use a piece of our silver deco wire. And what you'll need to do is cut it at an angle so that you get a very sharp point on both sides of it. What we want to do is lift up the cuff of the stocking a little to expose the fabric, and we're going to pierce. Keep your wire as straight as possible, and we're going to pierce. You can feel the cardboard right here on one side of the cardboard. You want to pierce all the way through and go through the next layer of fabric as well. Just like that. You want to take your wire and find the cardboard again and go on the other side. You want not to pierce the cardboard, but to go on either side of that cardboard. There you go. Pull it through and tighten it up. Then you can put this collar down. The cardboard is going to help to reinforce so it doesn't pull through, and you have a nice clean front side. Then you want to just tighten it up and give it a good twisting, because what we're doing right now is we're creating a hanger for your stocking. You have just now created a nice little hook to hang your stocking by. We're going to add a little more packing to either side of our stocking to fluff it out some more. Our next step is to take our peppermint lollies and add them to the stocking. You want to take them out of the cellophane. It makes a better presentation. And you probably don't need the entire stem. We can cut a little bit off. We're going to add some glue to the bottom. And our first insertion should go almost all the way to the back of the foam. And that looks about right. Gives you an idea of how tall to make it. The assortment has 2 different styles in it. So we're going to use our next style. Do the same thing, a little dab of glue. And you're going to come up a little and over to one side. And just insert until you can feel it. You can twist it or push it to one side if you like, just enough to give you some depth. And then we'll go back with our last lolly and add glue and drop it down further up, but down closer to the front side of the stocking. So you can see you're working from the back of the stocking to the front. Next, we're going to add our wonderful candy cane and velvet ball picks to this design. And you may want to take them apart. It might be a little easier if we just take the greenery out. Then we can just insert our candy canes first. and then cover up all the mechanics. And we're going to start the same way from the back, insert them in. We can start adding some of the foliage parts back in to the design, keeping them closer to the foam. All right, as you can see, we're filling in our stocking. And don't forget, we also need to put something on the back side. So we've got a sort of a focal point going on here, and we have two sides, and we're going to curl all of our candy canes. And you can always go back and re-fluff and rearrange as you're going here. They're gonna come straight, but you just kind of like crook them between your fingers and give them a little massage to give them a curl. Once you get most of your focal finished, then you want to flip it over because you want to put the back on. It's just as important to finish out the back of that foam. So you take your last pieces here, and we're just going to add them to the back. And it's important that you glue into an outdoor piece or a door piece because the weather's going to affect how it all stays together. Some of these will peek out from the back. All of our candy cane sprays are now added to the stocking, and we want to put a little of the candied fruit in there, the candied berries. So we're going to cut those apart as well. So there's a natural break. There's 4 and 4. We're just going to cut right there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to cut it right here. Try to make your insertions as deep as possible to make sure they stay in. You can see how the design is coming together. We have our velvet balls, candy canes, and our candied fruit. I want to add a little more movement and sound to the design by using jingle bell sprays. These also can be taken apart. I'm just going to cut these little ends off here. The picking machine also helps in that when you do insert something into the design, it's not going to spin around on you because it has a flat side. That one side will keep it in place. So we're going to just insert these down into the design so that they drape down over the stocking. And when people open the door, you'll hear a little jingle bell sound. Now I want to add a little bit of ribbon to the design to emphasize the draping down of the jingle bell sprays. So what I'm going to do is use a striped ribbon, number 40, and a checkered ribbon, number 9. And we're going to layer them on top of each other. The easiest way to do that also is to take the 2 ribbons, lay them on top of each other, use your picking machine, give a pick, and cover your picked ribbon. You don't want the ribbon to slip out of that pick, so you just cover it with a little bit of floral tape. And then you can dip it in the glue and add it to your design. We're going to go right into the side over here, into the foam, as deeply inserted as you can. I've cut three sections of 3 yards and one short one. This is only a 12-inch, so that'll go towards the front of the stocking. So let's just add those in and we'll see how this all looks together. You can cut a few lengths of ribbon, approximately 12 to 18 inches long, and just fold them in half and pick them to make your ribbon loops. You want to lay one on top of the other. And we just add our ribbon loops into the design, all entering into that same block of foam. And our stocking is complete. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us at burtonandburton.com. Thank you very much for watching.